last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace, 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 is at peace.
All right, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing swell. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back at you live on Retro Gaming Live TV, your home for retro gaming entertainment. Tonight, we are doing a fan favorite. You know it, you'll love it. You've seen it at a bajillion GDQs. You know about saving and killing the animals. Today, hopefully somebody saves the animals, because tonight, we're playing Super Metroid Randomizer. Today, we are joined on screen by David TKI, a new face to Retro Gaming Live, Adraxis. I apologize if I have gotten their name incorrect, but Adraxis, I believe is the pronunciation. Welcome to the show. We also have the long-standing Concakes and the ever head of the RGL community there, Anhole. Hope you're all ready for this. I know our runners are itching to get started here, so let me do the amazing, the one, the only Anhole, and Kong, the holder of all the hook facts. I don't know if we're going to get any hook facts tonight, but we'll certainly find out. Let me go ahead and do one more check on our racers to see if they're ready. Let me go ahead and bring the awesome bumpin' music that I've found. By the way, if you've never checked out the OC Remix Chozo Legacy collection, oh, amazing. So do check that out. Good stuff. Some very awesome tracks. Check that out. Again, Chozo Legacy. We're going to go ahead and bring somebody's audio up here. Should be about ready for that. Let me do a quick double check with our racers to make sure that everyone's ready. So I will leave the game playing to the four you see in front of you. I personally have run this in the past. However, I'm not super particularly talented, so I will do my best this evening to commentate for you and explain what bit I know. If you have a correction or if I've said something incorrectly, please do say so in chat. I have no problem with being corrected if it is a true correction that, you know, actually is correcting something that I said that is dumb, which is fine. But that's okay. It's a game. We're all here for fun. We're not here for prizes or glory per se. We're here for the entertainment. Let's see these runners off. Let me activate some audio. I thought I did. Oh no, hold on. We got a Concakes restarting there. Uh-oh, hold on. Apparently, Anhole was sharing a recipe. Even when he's trying to play a game, he's still doing work. All right, countdown has started in 10 seconds, roughly. So as soon as I see the first person on screen to go, I'll start the on-screen timer just so that you guys can see it. And there is the go. So let's see, as soon as we see the on-screen person go, first one, we'll go ahead and we'll start the timer from there. 3, 2, 1-ish. So obviously on the restream it can be a little bit slow, so I do apologize for that. There we go. I see the first person going, so there we go. So again, shout-outs to our four races today. David TKI, Adraxis, Concakes, and the Anthole. It looks like we've got a fully suited Samus in the top right. We've got King Arthur in the top left. King Graham, excuse me. We've got Knuckles in the bottom right, and we've got traditional Samus in the bottom left. These are your runners. The runners were allowed to change their ship and their sprite and the colors if they so chose. Looks like David has chosen King Graham from the King's Quest series. It looks like Adraxis has chosen the fully suited Samus. I'm not sure which technically that is, but I think it's just a fully suited one. Kong has chosen traditional suit, and Anthole has chosen Knuckles. So I will let you know that the flags on this particular seed, we got some power bombs off the start. Interesting. The flags were supposedly easier flags, some base starting flags, so things shouldn't be too complicated tonight. I will let you know, as far as I know, that one of these individuals on screen is the first time running, And another one of these individuals, or two, have run this many, 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 many times. So we'll see what happens and see how well they're able to go about. I do see that I see some Morph Ball and some bomb actions going on Adraxis. Adraxis certainly does appear, they're new to our community, but it does appear that, oh, there's the Morph Ball. I was wondering where that was at. Good to see, good to see. It does appear that they're fairly familiar with the game. I would say most likely intimately familiar with the game. David TKI appears to be familiar enough. There's our good man, Cedric the Owl. For those who don't know, Cedric is King Graham's little follower that gives him advice and helps him out along his journey, or doesn't, one way or the other. Let's see, we've got some power bombs, we've got some missiles already, we've got the Morph Ball, we've got an energy tank has appeared. So we've got some stuff we're doing here. We're going already. I will let you know that the users, you may have noticed, have a HUD on the screen that allows them to see how many collectible items there are in the area region that they are in. This was recommended by one of the people who are running, and so we decided to go ahead and turn that on. That lets you know how many items are remaining in that area, likely of note. So we know that in criteria, there's at least 4 items of note remaining. 5 on Ant's screen. He's going to have to figure out how to do wall jump fairly quick, unfortunately, because it looks like he might be kind of stuck. So he's going to have to figure out how to wall jump here. But the other runners appear to have and of course, Concakes has definitely run this before, so I know Concakes has got some solid knowledge of the game as well. But I'm not sure how long it's been since any of our runners have actually played this. I can probably guess that Adraxis has played this fairly recently, just based on how they're moving through the game already. And of course, King Graham running into one of the crawlers over there. Oh yeah, the Graham sprite is glorious. As soon as I saw that and I saw David was interested in running, I'm like, I know exactly which one of these 20, 30 sprites he's going to pick. And sure enough, it's like, oh shoot, I can be King Graham. I'm like, well, I know what you're picking. So this might be an interesting thing. So where that Morph Ball is, that is kind of essential. Under normal circumstances, the only way to get that vanilla-wise is to have the high jump. So that's the only way to get up to it. The problem is, it does appear that this particular item is going to be very much required to move on. So the second method that is not necessarily the intended way, but you can actually get damage boosted into it to collect it. And that's how most of our players appear to have done so. Normally that is an E-tank, but unfortunately it looks like Ant's going to have to try to figure out how to get up into this spot. I believe, in his case, well, he's going to have to do it again because he just got killed. That's okay. But we've got Concakes up at the Bomb Teresa statue. I did not catch what the Bomb Teresa statue had, but given that the counts have gone down for everybody, I imagine he might have found something there. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. We'll see. Drax is still doing their crawl through things. They're going to check out things, check out where everything's at. Looks like he's, they're going to the bomb statue. He's not going to bother picking up a missile, so he's going to run along. And keep saying they will keep running along. Audra's so good at Rando, they've won tournament to the past. Well, there you go. Audra then is probably the one to watch for the extreme talent. Although, again, just make sure we give a good cheer to all of our runners today and all stages of their ability in the randomizer. Yeah, it's they. Yeah. They did instruct me that it was they, and I do apologize for that. I do accidentally keep saying he, and I do apologize for that. But it is they. And we have a speed booster. I can't imagine Adraxis did not pick that up. So David TKI, Adraxis both with the speed boots, and it looks like Concakes is well on his way to go grab that as well. Here's the hoping for Anthole. He can figure out the ceiling grab here. Yep, and of course, obviously, Adraxis, they're definitely running around with the speed boots. Otherwise, they would have a harder time getting up top there. And no, they don't have the gravity suit already. Otherwise, that would be astounding having it that early. Although it's not unlikely given the seed flags. David TKI did, in fact, grab the missiles, so he's going to have to fight Bomb Teresa, which is not normally too bad. A couple missiles, super missile or two, and that's about all you need. But we've seen power bombs, we've seen power missiles, or super missiles, we've seen regular missiles, we've seen at least 3 energy tanks. There we go! Anhole with a grab of the morph ball. Finally he's able to do his thing. He's going to go ahead and find out he's just got a missile hanging out over there, so nothing too exciting, but missiles to start is still missiles to start. So I'm curious, and Draxus doing a cool little grab in the ceiling there, finds out there's some supers and some regular missiles. They're going to go ahead and grab both, which is good. King Graham with the Dragon Ball Z Frieza ship, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. From Dragon Ball Z again. Or I would say Dragon Ball in general. I don't know how far in the Z series past that. Frieza kind of got blowed up a few times in Z, so we'll see. Kong trying to do a short charge, I believe. Oh no! Kong gets blowed up. I believe he was trying to do a short charge with the dash. Basically, short charging is your speed dashing. Oh no! David gets blown up. Oh no! Short charging is trying to basically enable the speed booster run in a significantly shorter amount of space than that was intentional. It's a speed run trick, obviously, that's very heavily used to get to certain jumps where you're not really supposed to as soon as you've used it, I'm sure. But it looks like Kong was trying to use that and accidentally missed it, and he didn't get a save in, and Kong didn't get a save in before doing that, so he's got to go back and recollect this thing. And again, Audra does look like they have collected gravity, so they've got one of the two additional suits, so they're going to be zooming along here. And I do apologize, their capture is a little dark. It could just be me. I apologize if it is just me, but looks like their capture is a little dark. I don't have any way of adjusting that, so I do apologize for that. So just kind of have to bear with it. Let's see. David is getting his saves in. Oh no, Did Ant get killed before he left? Oh no, Ant has to do the collection again! He's got to go all the way back down and get the morph ball again, and Kong as well. So they both have to do the trick again. But Kong gets it there, so I'm sure they've got this. They'll get this. They got this. But we got a Draxus on Fan 2. I imagine that fight's going to go fairly well. With the gravity suit, you do have a bit of extra defense to start. You don't have the same fire resistance that you get with the Varia suit, but you do get a little bit. So it'll make this fight a little bit better. And it does look like they are well aware of all the phases and whatnot. I'm sure they could probably commentate this 1,000 times better than I can, so I do apologize if I say something out of turn or out of whack. But Audra up there showing us how to take down Fantoon. Looks like the first 2 phases were roughly medium speed phases. That looks like a third phase there was a medium speed. It looks like they're going to go ahead and be moving on there. And David checking out, and again, I use the term attic, but I believe attic applies to wreck ship, not to this. But he's going to go ahead, he's going to collect his missiles. Hopefully, carefully. Yep, there we go. He gets some missiles. And Adraxis is clearing out wreck ship methodically here. Oh no, Ant had the trick and then got hit the wrong direction. Oh my boy! Oh, he's so close. Now he's gonna get hit. He's gonna die if he gets hit again. So he's got to go ahead and charge back up and do all over again there. So Kong recollecting, hitting back into his step there. Let's see. So we've seen the general munitions. We have space jump. Adraxis has collected space jump, and they have also collected the gravity suit. Now, we are still waiting to see where Varia is, but it does look like David has opted out of going towards wreck ship. But David is going to try to do the trick. Well, I guess he didn't really have to. They've got speed boots. So there's another trick that speedrunners use a lot, and randomized users that use a lot, with morph ball speed. Basically, when you move in morph ball, there's a limit of how quickly you can go. Unless you're already in speed booster running. This particular room that David's in, you can actually get into and get the super missiles early, by getting the morph ball speed glitch, which you have to jump into the room and morph into the morph ball, and at a heightened speed, keep that speed while falling into that ledge, and you hold that across that entire layer, which is required there because you either have to have speed boots normally to get that, or mock ball, I believe. I'm sorry, mock ball is the term. Thank you. So he got that. And then it looks like, and I believe just from chat there, that Adraxis just got the charge beam. I didn't catch it entirely, but I'm confident that's what that's for. Let's see, but we got a bit of a divergence in routing here. Twice over, Concakes is also looks like they're taking the Brinstar route as well. Of course, Adraxis, having done their part in Wreck Ship, has gone over here to Brinstar and is now doing their methodical clean over here. We got Anthold. Did Anthold grab the, I think? Nope, Anthold's trying to heal back up for the morph ball grab. Also, you're seeing there another trick that's an intended trick that those creatures... Spazer! We got the Spazer beam. There's an intended trick here called wall jumping. It's a part of the vanilla game. It's a normal expectation that at some point you'll probably use it, but it technically, in the vanilla game, I don't believe is ever actually used unless you fall into that pit. At any other point, I don't think wall jumping is actually ever technically required. But if you're going to play the normal game or the randomizer, you're going to want to be very, 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 very familiar with wall jumping, because you're going to use it a lot. Because it is used to intentionally to get to certain item locations as well. So it looks like Adraxis is going to be heading up to Kraid. We've got Kong collecting his stuff from Brinstar there, Green Brinstar. Nintendo Power Out, you have to wall jump to get to Spring Ball. And there's Varia's suit. So Varia's suit is in Green Brinstar. So as soon as Adraxis heads that way, they'll have their other part of the suit there. I believe Wreck Ship had gravity suit, so if they want that, they're going to have to go that direction. And I'm assuming, since Anthill is leaving the lower part there of Criteria, he got his morph ball picked back up. We got Concakes rolling towards a deep part here in Green Brinstar. Let's see where we got. We got Drax there taking out Kraid, and they get the quick kill on Kraid using regular missiles. The quick kill on Kraid is basically killing him before he has the opportunity to stand up, if you will, which is fantastic. Depending on the number of E-tanks, Audra may forego the Varia. Well, it's probably not too... I mean, they're going to end up probably stumbling upon it at some point. So, I mean, I wouldn't really see... Depending on the person, I'm not going to say they wouldn't, but I would say, you know, if it's in an easily grabbed area, and the fact that for those who chose to leave it off, fanfare being off, I don't think there's really that much of a miss to just grab that being there if they see it. But again, Adraxis is a significantly is a far more notable runner here than I knew beforehand, because obviously a new person to our community. I'm not sure I've seen the person before. If I have, I may have missed it, and I do apologize for that. But they are definitely showing us how it's done. That is for daggum sure. Alright, David going into the room where normally you have to freeze those platforms to get across. I believe this was the charge beam. There it is, and they do have power bombs, so Dave's going to check out behind there, and that is, I believe, the first intentional place you're supposed to find super power bombs. But notably as well, Red Brinstar now is empty for David. Kong still has a single item in Green Brinstar to pick up, and it looks like Ant's going to go visit the golden statue for a few moments. We're going to go say hi to the gold statue. No, that's Bomb Teresa. I'm sorry. I saw the different hallway. Again, you can't tell me if I'm saying something wrong. It's fine. You can tell me. I'll shut up. Upper North Fair, we got a reserve tank. Everybody loves a good reserve tank at the ice beam room. David getting munched on by some grabber-doos. Trying to do the back boost there. And making his way up. So Angel's going to go ahead and take out Bomb Chorizo there as well. Kong, clearly having the gravity suit at some point, is going to go ahead and take the item there in that place in Green Brinstar. Just misses. That place. High jump room, we have some more supers. Where are we going? Where's everybody headed? There's our bombs. Got Upper Norfair. I believe that's normally a missile check there. The super bomb missiles that they got were normally the high jump boots. So it does look like they're not going to go charging through the hot rooms just yet. Looks like they're going to go around a little bit and see what they can find. Concake's still up in Green Brinstar. Are we going to see a visit to Spore Spawn today? I don't know. Normally you don't need to go up to Spore Spawn. There is an item check up there, but most people probably won't bother unless they're really missing something and they think that it's useful. But I think even then you can kind of just, a couple super missiles at Spore Spawn just melts. Yep. And again, keep in mind, not all of our racers are as intimately familiar with this randomizer. Anthole said that this was his first attempt at it, so we're going to give him some, definitely some love and support, and hopefully he can get a decent way into the seed here at his own pace. We'll see what happens. And David's going to give good old Fantoon a visit. Concakes looks like they're running towards the east side of Brinstar there. And Adraxis is still doing their hell run there with their gravity suit. Deep into Upper Norfair. They're going to grab what's in the speed booster location and potentially what's by the door in the speed booster location, which is just a missile. They do, and just an energy tank, but that is a timely energy tank. That's a good refill. So if you grab an energy tank, you do get a refill of your energy. So that is a timely, and because they do have the speed boots, that lava room will fill. If you run into there without those speed boots, that lava will not fill the room. It'll only do it if you have the speed boots going in, which is nice. So it looks like Adraxis is going to go around to, I believe, the wave beam location now. David TKI taking care of Fantoon. Kong, I believe, in the X-ray room. I believe that's where X-ray is in vanilla. And that's the golden statue check. He's going to check them out. They're going to be blinking their eyeballs. And Ant's going to say, yep, that's a room, and then run right back out. Well, I will say that they've already had two tricks that were kind of above casual in that they had to know wall jump, because they had to use wall jump to get the very first power bomb location, and they had to know that they could get damage boosted to get the morph ball. So those were kind of tough locations. Not impossible by any means, but a casual player who's never run through and done some of those tricks before would probably have a hard time. As Ant had a little bit of trouble there, so but he managed it. So we're moving along. He's moving along just fine. All right, so Codcake's checking out Red Brinstar for that single item that's remaining. That of note. David TKI sees that there's nothing left in the wreck ship, but he's going to go ahead and take out Fantoon because that is required there to take out all four bosses. We have Adraxis in West Meridia. I love the names being the top left corner. It makes me feel smarter than I actually am. Kong just checked out the Spazer room, and I didn't see what was there. Granted that one hasn't gone away. I imagine it wasn't anything too intensive or too necessary. And, of course, Anthole going through Green Brinstar here, checking these rooms out here. See if you can get anything from these. I believe this was the X-ray room as well. No, missile recharge room. There you go. So Kong is heading towards Crane. David TKA is making his way back up. Looks like Adraxis is going to go play with either some sand pits or going to go play with... my brain is suddenly shut down. The boss. Snack boss first, of course. Landmalos, Super Metroid version. Why can't I suddenly remember the boss? Oh my goodness. My brain. My brain! It's been a long weekend. It's only Monday. Why do I not remember her name? Dragon! Good lord. The snake isn't Dragon. The snake has another name too, but we're gonna call the snake Landmalos because it's Landmalos. It's fine. Yeah, it's Dragon. Dragon is the boss of Maria. That's where most likely Adraxis is heading. Let's see what we got. Kong's going into the... Oh, careful! Careful! There's spikes there. The Kraid fight. We'll see if he can take Kraid out in before Kraid has to stand up. You can beat Kraid before he stands up. If you do, great, you save a bunch of time because you don't have to wait for as much of the animation. If you don't kill it before it stands up, then you have to suffer more animation. It looks like Kong is going to have to deal with the standing up. But because Kong has some super missiles, I don't think he's going to have any problems taking down Kraid. Because it only takes a couple supers and he's down. But it does look like we're going to see a Spore Spawn check. Anthole's heading up that way. So we are going to get the Batwan. There it is, Batwan. There you go. That's the name of the snake. But we are going to see Spore Spawn, which is technically the first mini-boss that you're supposed to fight in the game. And because most of our players know how to mock ball or had already had the speed booster, they already got the intended first super missile location, was the second super missile location. This location check past Spore Spawn is supposed to be your first actual super missile. So coming in here with super missiles makes this fight really, really, really short. If it is supers, then it's 100% vanilla. But there goes Dragon. Adraxis takes down Dragon. Goodbye. King Graham checking out the save room for a second and decides against it, and he's going to run the other way, go fight Kraid as well. And Concake gets the bad news of not getting too much after Kraid, and he's done with Kraid, and he's going to be leaving that. Super jump, or excuse me, space jump location is just a couple missiles, so no biggie there. Ant working on Spospo here. See if we get anything from Spospo. Got some bombs there. Concake's getting his good news there from opening up that door. David does not do a quick kill, so he's going to have to go ahead and deal with the stand-up. And there's some more super missiles for Concakes. And it looks like Adraxis is going to check out some sand. A couple items down there. There's at least 3 more items in Meridia of note. And there goes Kraid on David's screen. Ant's still working on Spore Spawn there. Here we go. Looks like he's almost got him down. But I will also know that it does look like Ant did get one of the 2 suits. I'm assuming they got Varia, the Varia suit. I don't think he's got Varia and Gravity, but I know he's got it. He probably at least has Varia given where he's at. Concake's breaking the tube, checking it out. And it looks like we're going to see what Spore Spawn's got hiding for us. We've got some bombs and we got some missiles. He's welcome to take either one if he needs them, but he's going to save quit. So what do we have at Spore Spawn? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a long fall. Just some power bombs. A long way to go for some power bombs, unfortunately. Yep, so it looks like Adraxis took a reset there. I'm assuming they saved... Oh, or maybe they were having some issues with their capture. That's okay. It happens. So just as a reminder, respect for our players here. Give each one of these a shout-out. David TKI, Adraxis, Anthole, and Concakes, all in their respective names there. Forced reset for Ant. What's going on? What happened? Oh, is he stuck because he doesn't have super missiles? He's soft locked. Ooh. And I don't know when the last time it was that he took a save, so he's stuck. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Can he just wall climb out? I don't know if that top... Well, he might have been out. It's a crumble block, so no. Oh, hey, guess who we get to check out? We get to check out everybody's favorite boy. What's his face? Oh, my goodness. My brain is not in a good place right now. Shack Tool! Good boy, Shack Tool. He's one of those save-kill creatures. You could save, you could kill him. You don't have to do anything. You can actually kill him with the super missile. You're a horrible human being if you do. But this is actually the spring ball location. Most players could probably just ignore this. But it is Screw Attack today. So there is value here. But it does look like, at some point, Adraxis did pick up their spring ball. So they're not completely without the bounciness of the morph ball. So Screw Attack at Shack Tool is not a terrible find whatsoever. Screw Attack being extremely broken in that while you're in it, you're pretty much invincible and things just die. They might go Variolus into Lower Norfair. Well, they might. If they don't go back into Brinstar and check out some of the stuff going on in Brinstar, then yeah, they'll probably miss it. For those reference, the Varius suit is located at the Charge Beam, the underground Charge Beam location. Well, underneath Charge Beam. Not Charge Beam, but underneath Charge Beam, if I can remember correctly. So it's not a hard grab if they grab it, but just some power bombs there, and it does look like at some point Adraxis also picked up the wave beam and the plasma beam and the ice beam. So they've got a fairly decked out bit of weaponry, so they're set. I believe that's all of it. Wave beam, ice beam, charge beam, plasma. Yeah, it looks like they're set. Alright, so we got David Kike making his way towards the Sneck, which is Batuan, and Dragon. We've got Concakes doing the same. We've got Anthole taking a trip through Memory Lane here in Green Brinstar, looking for their 2 items here. He does not have regular bombs, but he does have the supers. So he's going to be able to check this location, which is just the map room, which is fine. So fun fact, if you blow off the covers of those electrified pieces, you remove basically turrets. And if you're fortunate enough to also have Grapple Beam, which you probably would in vanilla by this point, if you get grabbed by Dragon, you can do a sort of quick kill by grappling onto one of those open conduits. Which is a fantastic way of killing Dragon quickly. However, you do need to be careful, because if you do grab onto those conduits, Dragon is not the only one taking damage. Thankfully, though, for the most part, if you do grab onto it, you don't take nearly as much damage nearly as quickly. But David's got a Charge Beam, Ice Beam, and Plasma Beam, so they're going to do some pretty heckin' cool damage with that. And they don't really need to use supers. They can just use the beam. Supers are faster, but the beam's pretty powerful too. Actually, at a point, Plasma Beam upgraded is faster, honestly. Because it does get more powerful than supers. Alright, it does look like we are doing a Hell Run. Adraxis is doing the Hell Run into Lower Norfair to go after Kraid. This is really risky. This is definitely high-level stuff. You really have to know the game. You really have to know your pathing. You really have to know your character limitations when doing this. I personally would never be able to do this because I don't play this particular randomizer nearly as much. But this is some awesome stuff. You want to see that happening. Top right corner there, you've got Adraxis doing a Hell Run into Lower Norfair. They've got enough resources to pull off the Crystal Flash, which requires you to have, I believe, a certain amount of missiles, super missiles, and power bombs. But if you pull it off when you do a super bomb under 50 health, you'll get a full health charge. which is a really, 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 really nice feature of the game. It's a very hidden feature. I don't believe there's anywhere in the game, or technically I don't believe anywhere in the manual that tells you how to do that. But I believe it's like 10 or 15 or 20 supers, 15 or 20 regular missiles at least, and like 11 power missiles technically. And you can pull off the crystal flash when you're under 50 health. 10 missiles, 10 supers, 10 powers, plus an additional one to start it. There you go. There's the actual number. I apologize. I knew it was between 10 and 20, but there you go. So David did take out Dragon. Concakes is working on his way to take out Dragon as well. Anthole's going to learn how to do some wall jumping here. There you go. No practice like the present. Meanwhile, the Draxus just really, really getting close there. Really getting close there. You can't see it being done during the demo, so you do get to see it in game, but you get to see it at a point where you may or may not be paying attention to it. Looks like a Draxus has three tanks. Looks like they do have enough to Crystal Flash again, but they're going to have to pick a spot to do that. They're going to try to probably get as far as they can before they actually set it off. And there you go. Crystal Flash! Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure if they show off Crystal Flash during the intro, you've got to really be paying attention to it to see that happen. So I will say this seed set, the settings that we set, would not normally require you to do a dive like this to go get the Varia or fight Ridley. That's a lot of heckin' amazing shenanigans you'd have to be willing to do it. But thankfully, for our other runners, if they get that far, they won't have to do that. They won't have to hell run. Yeah, King Grammon is an amazing sprite. It's beautiful. But yeah, this is way out of logic. Normally to do this, you have to have quite a few things. You need the Varia suit, gravity suit. You need space jump. You need supers. You need quite a bit before you try to do this. But for those who are much higher level gamers, much higher level runners of this game, you can just see how amazingly dangerous this is. King Graham getting his wave beam up there in the corner there, so their guns probably at max now. Interesting thing, the game does allow you to pick up 5 beams, two of which compete with each other, the plasma beam and the spazer. If you get the plasma beam, it is definitely more powerful than the spazer, but having the spazer early on, which you can grab it as soon as you get to red Brinstar, which is not very difficult, especially if you know how to wall jump, is a fantastic upgrade to your gun. Unfortunately, because of code logic, you cannot equip both at the same time without potentially breaking your game. While it is possible, and of course I believe there's some randomizer shenanigans somewhere that you can probably have both equipped at the same time without breaking the game, typically you will not have both of those guns equipped at the same time. However, you can have Ice Beam, Wave Beam, and Charge Beam equipped in addition to either of those 2 beams, making your beam far more powerful, and of course giving you the additional features of those beams. It has been patched out of the Varia Rando, so you can hook up both. Or, well, I mean, I know in vanilla the game would just crash. The game would just implode on itself. So let's see what we got going on here. We've got a really, really close Ridley fight. Adraxis takes out Ridley, but are they gonna be able to make the return trip? It's gonna be a nail biter. They don't have enough to do another Crystal Flash. So this needs to be a health. It's not. They don't have enough to do another Crystal Flash, so they're gonna have to figure out something there. Did Concakes just go? No, Concakes did not go visit Shacktool because he does not have the grapple beam. Alright, that is a fantastic placement for those guys. That's going to save them. You're going to have to work really hard and really quick and hope that they don't randomly drop ammo they don't need right now. So Draxus is probably going to be just fine getting back out of here. It's going to take them a while. Take them a while, excuse me. But looks like they'll be alright. Nope, David also did not go visit Shacktool, so neither Kong nor David decided to visit Shacktool. So they're not going to find the screw attack. Yeah, it's a nail biter watching the health thing. Now they could crystal spark. Yeah, I was gonna say they could just crystal flash here because the little friends are not being friendly with that. So they're gonna crystal flash. They have enough resources to do the flash, so they're gonna go ahead and get that. David's gonna be upset to find out just some missiles over here in high jump room. Supers, granted, but. So Adraxis is going to try to run out here, it looks like. Maybe get some more stuff from enemies along the way. Because they're not getting the resources they need. They're getting items over the health that they need. But they do need the resources at some point, so they'll be alright. But you can regain health doing the bugs. It's just going to be a bit of a grind there, so they'll be alright. So they're going to be there for a little bit. There is the room to the burb creatures. So David TKI, it looks like they're going to go say hello to Croco? They can go say hi to Crocomire? He's like, I should go say hi to Crocomire. Meanwhile, Concakes is down in Meridia. Still farting around in Meridia, looking around for stuff in there. Apologize using the term. That's on me. I apologize. Looking around in Meridia. Notably, there's no additional items in Meridia that Kong's going to find that's going to be, I would say, necessary based on the counter. Although there's still quite a few checks available. Missiles, ammo, and whatnot. Nothing notable. Looks like Upper Norfair has 2 notables, where David's at. Lower Norfair has no more notables, so Adraxis could just head out once they've gotten enough health to do so. And it looks like they're struggling to get the counters up here. Because what happens is with the bugs here, they'll drop stuff you need. They'll drop health, they'll drop missiles, they'll drop bombs. And right now, the only thing Adraxis needs is the health. But the problem is because because their missile and bomb and counts are low, the bugs can still potentially drop those, making that health grind quite a bit more difficult. So they're trying to get the counts up where they can so that they can farm for the health that they need. But the bugs and whatnot are not cooperating. Crystal Flash is to completely refill your health. To use it, you need 10 missiles, 10 super missiles, 11 power bombs, and an additional power bomb. And you have to detonate that additional 11th power bomb while you have less than 50 active health. That will allow you to trigger the Crystal Flash, as long as you're also in ball form. So Adraxis has had to trigger that a few times. But right now, there's 3 missiles shy of being able to trigger it again. And the health farm here has not been particularly friendly. As long as they don't have maximum ammo counts, it's a good possibility that they may have to continue to farm this indefinitely until those counts go up far enough that they get only health. Because as long as you're not capped up on health or capped out up on ammo, you can get almost anything from these bugs. More likely, missiles and supers. I don't know if the bugs drop power bombs. I don't recall if these do or not, but they do definitely drop the other 2 ammo. So right now, Adraxis is kind of stuck where they're at in Lower Norfair, doing some farming, trying to keep that surviving going. So they don't quite, but okay, now they have enough to do another Crystal Flash, what they need to do right this second! Adraxis, the heartbeat situation, not good. Not good. You got this. I know you got this, but my heart. You don't have to be in the power bomb, but you need the power bomb on the right pixel. Oh, you have to hold down too. So David's checking out power bomb location. I believe that's normally an E-Tank, but it's a power bomb today. Let's see what we got going on. David TK running around Lower Norfair. Looks like Concake's maybe making his way back over to wrecked ship. And he said no, he's going the other way. Alright, so David's going to go, looks like they're going to go take on Ridley. And we've got Concakes, looks like they're taking the long way into Fantoon. Taking away and over to Fantoon, I'm not sure. Not quite sure. Of course, we've got the Anthole down in Green Brinstar, making his way downtown there. And it looks like Adraxis is making their way back out of Lower Norfair carefully. After doing a the extraordinarily dangerous hell run that they just did. They had just enough health to really manage what they just did, but congrats on that. They decided to go straight to Ridley after they took out Dragon, which is unfortunate because the Varia suit is in Brinstar, in a place that's not really. Oh no! Oh, not so good. That's unfortunate. Thankfully, they did save. They did save before they made their way out, but now they're going to have to go ahead and try to make that run again. Like I said, though, the unfortunate part about this is that the Varia suits isn't really in that difficult of a position to get. They just didn't go back to Brinstar. Although, given the fact that, as my understanding is, as high a level of players this is, as they are, excuse me, not necessarily surprised they risked the hell run. That check free Springo Maids may have been the difference there. They can farm the bugs. That's not terrible. Yeah. The problem is, again, as we saw, they're farming the bugs. Dog, my dog is barking. Dog, can you knock it off? It's fine. Is that as long as your ammo isn't filled, you can get any resource off of the bugs for the most part. Maybe not power bombs, but so that's unfortunate what's happened there. They can't keep that up well enough. But they've done a fantastic job to this point here. So hopefully they can make it to the elevator here, or a room here that is not as dangerous. Okay, they're in a safe room now. Woo! Adraxis, you're playing with our hearts. So they're out. Yeah, my dog definitely has opinions that usually end with "boh" and end with I don't know, bark. That's what I was trying to say. End with "boh." Start with bow and end with orc. That is usually his opinion. But Adraxis is free of that. I know that they've definitely killed Fantoon, Dragon, and Ridley. I'm assuming they've also defeated Kraid. Be a good assumption. So it looks like Adraxis is going to move to finish this. So they're heading straight to the end and going to kill Mother Brain, I'm sure, as soon as possible. David TKI is not that far behind. They've taken out their fair share of bosses as well, so he's probably gonna go ahead and take care of Ridley and then head out as well. So I'm gonna also probably guess that Adraxis is not gonna be looking for any more items either at this point. David's probably not going to be looking for any more items either. Because Ridley's kind of like the last major fight you need to get before the end, so... Dude, I would love some Jersey Mike. Send some my way. Shoot! You got to share? Where's the sharing? But yeah, both David and Adraxis are in go mode for sure. Kong's not too far behind. He's fighting Fantoon right now. I know they've already fought Dragon. And I believe they've got everything they need to go fight Ridley as well. So I don't think it's going to be too long before we see Kong heading that way. So if you want a true order of things here, it looks something more like this. There we go. Haven't really been holding on to the positions. Like I don't really care about the position thing, honestly. I just love everybody doing their thing, racing along, having fun, enjoying the seeds. Heck of a nail biter from a Draxus up there. Not grabbing a Varia suit and having to deal with that. So that also means they're going to take a lot more damage on Mother Brain. So if they're going to do the stand-up glitch, which I'm guessing they're going to try, they've got to be a bit more careful of their health. And of course, for those watching King Graham, they've got King Graham's young little friend, I was going to say young, little friend Cedric, which is amazing for the ball form. I thought that was an amazing touch for that. Could not have had a better spray for that. It doesn't matter who wins as long as it's me. Well, since you're not playing, it's impossible for you to win. But the chat is always the winner because you get to watch all this fun unfolding in front of you. Let's just cheer on our racers as they run through this. Drax is in the pink desert of Turian. David TKI going back up through Lower Nerfair. Kong and Rex Ship dealing with the Green Phantom. And the very, very blue Knuckles on the way to Rex Ship there with Ant. Given this here jump and try now, this is a very, very difficult trick to do on either side of what Ant's trying to do there. So props to him for trying. Non-streamed runs are valid too. Are you running it? I didn't realize you were running it. You didn't say you were running it. I assumed you weren't, though I apologize. No, you're not running it. So then why the heck? But I'm saying, well, first off, if you want to know what we're playing week to week, you need to get into Discord, !Discord. In said events Discord, you can see what all is coming up and events and whatnot. This weekend, we have a Little Mermaid knockout. If you want to be part of that, get in the Discord, sign up, start practicing. You got a couple days left to practice. It doesn't take too long. But you can also see what we're going to be playing week to week and reminders on all of the events that we do, from Rando Mondays, Golf or Sports Tuesdays, which is hopefully happening tomorrow. We also have Race Night Fridays. Please come and check them all out. But I will let you know, as Adraxis here takes on the evil Mother Brain, next week, a lot of people have been asking for it. I've never personally run it, so I'm glad I commentate when possible. We're going to be playing Super Mario Randomizer. Super Mario RPG Randomizer. The RPG Randomizer. So if you want to join us next week on the stage playing Super Mario RPG Randomizer, hit up that Discord, join us. It doesn't matter if you've been here a day or a lifetime. Obviously, will you want to join and play us? You can join and play with us. Draxus, this is the first day that we've had them in the Discord. They're on big screen. It's amazing. And they've done an amazing job. So super shout outs to Draxus. But if you want to join us for Super Mario RPG, not Kaizo, not happening. Heck no. Super Mario RPG Randomizer next week. Check it out. Same time, same bat channel. Retro Gaming Live TV. Yeah, check that out. They got just enough health if they wanted to do the stand-up, I think. But it doesn't look like Adraxis is risking that. So, there they are. But that is next week, 7 o'clock Eastern. If you want to join us for that. But it looks like we've got Adraxis finishing up here. Baby Metroid. Baby Metroid, no, don't do it! We've also got... We've got David TKI still checking things. I didn't catch. Is he missing something? I thought he was in go mode. He just killed Ridley, so I thought he got everything he needed. But he looks like he's still looking for something. He's got the Ice Wave Plasma, so he's got all the gun he needs. He's got all the missiles he needs. More than enough health. He's got the Varia and... can't set up with less than 700 tanks. Oh, okay. You have to be able to stand up first and then reduce your health. So that's what happened. Got it. My bad. I know that you have to have at least 300 health after the last hit, and then you have to bump to get under 100. Something silly like that. There you go. Concake's making their way through Meridia. I don't believe they've tackled Ridley yet. But I did see David take on Ridley, so I'm not sure David's just item farming here. Though I'm pretty sure, like I said, at this point, he's got everything he needs to take out Ridley, take out Mother Brain, so I'm not sure what David's looking for currently. But we've got the Hyper Beam on Adraxis' screen, and you know what that means. Is Adraxis going to save or kill the animals? Is Adraxis going to save and kill the animals? Now, if you're playing as a speedrunner, you always want to go fast and save the frames, but you don't always end up saving the animals. So, can we get a Save the Animals from Adraxis? Now, there might be something odd in the Save the Animals room. So, if they do, we might get to see something special from that. If not, well, I have a good feeling that's probably not going to happen. Although Adraxis probably is able to pay attention to the flags. They may go there, they may not. We'll see what happens. But the animals are very important. If you've got the time to save the animals, you take it. Because, you know, you need that extra pixel. You need that extra cutscene at the end, the extra pixel of a ship flying off in the distance. You've got to have it. Just the canon knowledge that you've saved the animals that you get to see in the, quote, next game, Metroid Fusion. You need to save them. Saving the animals is canon. But is it going to happen? Let's see. Based off of timing here, I'm going to assume they didn't. That is a no, unfortunately. So Adraxis is not going to be saving the animals, but on the race timer, Adraxis finishes with a race time of 52 minutes and 33 seconds. Rip the animals and rip SR-388 or whatever this, or Zebus or whatever this planet's name is. I think it's Zebus. Zebus or SR-388? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Rip the game. GG Adraxis. Appreciate you jumping in, doing your thing, showing us all how it's done. We got Concakes getting nibbled on, or David getting nibbled on over here by the big piranha plant. Concakes is making his run through Meridia still. And we've got Anthole here going through Red Brinstar, doing his thing. Zebes, thank you. I can never keep all these names straight. SR-388 was Metroid. It was the Metroid planet, correct? Was the Metroid planet. Alright, so where are we going? Concakes is coming back from Botwoon's room. Where are we going with Concakes? I imagine by now David's heading his way towards Mother Brain and all that fun stuff. So I'm curious where... Is Concake stuck somewhere here? He shouldn't be. He should be just go forward and he should be able to make his way back from there. Yeah, it looks like David's on his way to go beat the game now. And there's some of the flag details there if you want to see them. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Kong's got it. He's fine. David's on his way to take out the brain. We'll see what happens there. It's gonna get a little toasty there, though, for some reason. Oh, did he sink a Metroid in the llama? Oops. Graham, watch out! There's a snake! Oh, I don't know about this. And Kong picks up his wave beam. Oh. Oh, no! Maybe that's what David was looking for. He was looking for his bombs. David doesn't have the regular bombs. By the way, those were located in the room before the high jump boots. So David didn't actually get his bombs. That's what he was looking for. So that explains why he was looking around. By the way, Deer Force! So that explains it. That explains why he didn't go directly to this pathway. Got it. It's fun with the right skill set. So GG's of Draxus for a fantastic run, giving us a show for sure. The Hell Run, definitely the craziest thing we got to see on screen today for sure. Good job for pulling through that. That's a trick. That's a thing in this that I would never do myself. That's why I will never pick a flag set that doesn't require it. That requires it. No, thank you. Oh, I love me some randomizers. I don't always enjoy the harder challenges, though, personally. I'm good on that. Well, Adraxis, for your reference, the Varia suit was below Charge Beam. The Charge Beam location. So, had you gone back into Brinstar and a little bit there and checked it out, you would have had that one a lot sooner. But hey, you know what? If you can do the Hell Run, give us all a show. Shoot, do it. Give us the show. Do the thing. Yeah, we had people in chat that immediately said because you had gotten gravity already and you were already in that direction, you probably wouldn't have gone looking for the Varia suit. I mean, obviously, if you saw it, you probably would have grabbed it. I had to guess, but two of our three players here did find both Varia and Gravity. I know Anthole certainly found at least one of them. I'm guessing color of the knuckles there. He found at least Gravity. I don't know if he found Varia as well, but I can't imagine he didn't, since from the directions that he went. But here we go. We got David TK on Mother Brain, getting ready to do the zip zap zip zap against them. Oh no, King Graham! Watch out! And there you go. And here comes the baby Metroid to the rescue. Meanwhile, Kong, I think, hasn't done Ridley yet. He's got everything he needs, I believe. He just hasn't gone and done it yet. And David did hesitate going to Torian for quite a bit. Actually, he wasn't that far behind Draxus for near the end there. I mean, far enough, but not that far behind. But he hesitated. David hesitated because I believe he was looking for the bombs, which again were in the room next to high jump boots. And at the moment, I'm not quite sure what Kong is looking for. Kong is also looking for the Varia suit. He hasn't gone to the Charge Beam location. He hasn't gone to the point underneath the Charge Beam location. That's what he's looking for. That's why he hasn't gone there. I'm guessing that Adraxis. I'm guessing he didn't go to Torian because he didn't have the regular bombs. But then he just said, it looked like he just said, okay, whatever, and he went there with just the power bombs, which he managed well enough, so I guess it wasn't not a problem. But yeah, it really looks like Concakes is desperately hoping for that Varia suit. Again, he's in the wrong area for that. That was, again, back in Brinstar, underneath the Charge Beam location. So, that's what Kong's looking for. And definitely have Gravity suit on Ant's side there. There we go. King Graham taking out Mother Brain with a hyper beam. Oh no, Cedric! Oh no, it's a head on the ground. Watch out! Oh, never mind. Now, will David save the animals? Now, I did turn on the special Save the Animals room flag, so there could be some interesting things happening there. Given David, I can't imagine that he wouldn't go save the animals, but we'll find out. See if we can get a special Save the Animal room. Hey, listen! Uh-oh, get them wall jumps on. You got it. You got this, David. Come on. There you go. Hey, Pluto! Oh. Alright, David, you're gonna save the animals? Please tell me you're gonna save the animals. Let's go! David, 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 David. He's doing it! He's doing it! Yes! We're saving the animals! Maybe. I don't know what the flag does. We're about to find out. We are not saving the animals! Excuse me? Amazing! Animal surprise! GG's! David clocks in a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 39 seconds. Good job, David. You tried to save the animals. We all saw it. Your evil host has decided that wasn't going to happen. Just a little bit of a guff. That's fine. Excuse the frick me? The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this. Yes, you know where that's going to go. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Would do it again. Again. Great going there for both of you. Draxus and David for completing that. I do apologize, David. I know you wanted so badly to save the animals. You did take the time to do it, and then I went and I screwed that up on you. It's fine. It's fine. That was a special laser that teleported the animals to a nice farm upstate. Oh, they got teleported, all right. Varia's chute was in Brinstar, underneath the charge beam location. Or underneath, it's either the charge beam or underneath the charge beam location. So I think it actually might have been just the charge beam location. I keep getting that wrong, so I apologize. But no, that was... Varia's suit was there. Shack Tool had the screw attack. Yeah, it was... Yeah, these flags weren't that necessarily supposed to be that bad. Oh, the animal flag. Yeah, that one was kind of news to me too. I wasn't totally sure what was gonna happen there. But by golly, it freaking did. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that was there. Oh, we can actually see it here in David's feed. I should have been able to see it there in David's feed. Power Bomb Print Star. Yeah, Shack Tool was the screw attack. Because I thought it was right there at Charge Beam. So... Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we give a huge congratulations to Draxus and David TKI for finishing out. Give them both a follow, I believe, probably at the names on your screen. Thank you to both of you for playing. Draxus, welcome to Retro Gaming Live TV. Thank you for joining us for the Superman Metroid Randomizer run. To let you guys know again, next week we will be playing Super Mario RPG Randomizer. We have a lot of people in the community that really enjoy that particular randomizer. I know a lot of you have been wanting that to happen on the screen for a while. A couple of you have provided that in marathons past, including individuals on the screen, as you can see here. But if you would like to join us for that, make sure you can come back next week at 7 o'clock to watch. If you want to join us, actually participate, !Discord. And please join us at least a half an hour ahead of time or so, so that we can get you all cropped up and get you the file that you need to be able to join us for that adventure. Otherwise, again, thank you to everybody for joining this evening. It looks like Kong and Ant are okay to pop out if they would like to. It sounds like they're about ready to tap out here for sure, and that's quite okay. Yeah, looks like they're going to go ahead and tap out here. So, again, thank you all for joining us this evening. Do come back tomorrow evening for the Golf Club or Sports Tuesday. I don't remember which one is specifically happening tomorrow. Looks like Sports Tuesday is going to happen tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern. So, do come back again tomorrow for that. So, let's go ahead and do this. Hang on. Okay, so again, join us next week. Join us next week for the next randomizer, or join us tomorrow for Sports Tuesday. Love to have you there. Come check us out. Y'all have a wonderful week. Otherwise, again, check us out on the Discord. We'll catch you guys next time.